This is Kitzur Yomi. We continue learning. We are middle of Siman Chaf Tes. We are up to Sif Yud Aleph. We fell behind once again. I apologize. But hopefully, B'siyata Dishmaya, we once again will catch up. So we pick it up from Sif Yud Aleph, says the Kitzur. Mitzvah Sasei Lidavek B'Talmidei Chachamim, continuing the discussion of Midos, perhaps areas that we would not realize are actual halachas, but indeed they are. Says the Kitzur, what is the reason that there is this positive commandment to cling, to adhere, to be in the vicinity of Talmidei Chachamim Kidei in order Lil Moid Mimaiseyem, to learn from their ways? Ke'inyin shenemar, as the pasuk says, Ubaysid Bak, to him HaKadosh Baruch Hu you should cling. V'chiyav shel Adam lidavik b'shchina. How's that possible? Elikach b'shar v'seinu zechron levracha yidavik b'talmidei Chachamim lefikach. A person has to put an effort to marry his daughter, to marry the daughter of a Talmid Chacham, marry his daughter to Talmid Chacham, and to eat, and drink in Talmidei Chachamim, and to do business with Talmid Chacham, connect, cling, associate with the Talmidei Chachamim in any way possible. Shenemar, as the Torah says, Lidav Kabai, to attach to him. So to say Chazal v'amru a Mishnah Nava Yisravi misabek ba'afar ragleim. Sit in the dust of their feet, v'sheiseh b'atzama estevreim, and drink in their words. So it's actually just an interesting thing to note that if one does business and he tries to do that business with a Talmid Chacham, there's an extra additional mitzvah say that he's being mekayim at that moment. Continues the Kitzur, Siv Yud Beis mitzvah al kol adam le'avos kol echad ve'echad mi'Yisrael ki gufay, to love each and every person like his health. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, v'afta l'recha kameicha, love someone like yourself lefikach. Therefore, sarach l'saber b'shivchai, one has to tell another's praises, v'lachas al mamaynai, and care about another one's property, like he cares about his own property. And he should seek his own honor. And if you derive honor from someone's shame, even if the friend is not there and he doesn't even know about it, he doesn't actually get embarrassed. But he listed his own deeds and his wisdom. And he compares and he equates side by side someone else's maisim and wisdom. Why? That he should, the contrast will bring out how this one is greater and this one is lesser. That he is honorable. So we see how far he's removed. The person doesn't know, he's not really put down, but it's just a mere association, the way that it's said over, that I am here and he is by default a drop lower. Says the Kitzur, stark, incredible words. Until he does complete tshuva. Continues the Kitzur, Sivir Gimel Kol Asayni Echamisa Belibai. Anyone who hates a yid in his heart, Oiver Beloisase, is over in a negative commandment. Shenamar, Loisisna Zachicha Bilvavecha, do not hate your brother in your heart. Ayin Lekaman Simkuf Beit Esefe. If someone wronged you, Lo Yistimanav Yishtaik. Don't harbor the hatred and be quiet. Now, this is something so difficult because sometimes we'll convince ourselves, I'm being the better one. I'm not going to say something, but deep down, I'm hating. Deep down, I'm hurting. Don't do that. When I speak with Amnon, better, good for Avshalom, hated Amnon. Ella mitzvah love idea. It's a mitzvah to do what? To inform the other person of that which he did wrong to you. And tell him, why did he do this to me? Why did you wrong me in this way? And then afterwards he wants mechila. Then of course, don't be cruel. Avram el Ho'eloikim. So a difficult pill the Kitzur is giving us. We have to realize when someone wrongs us, don't just harbor the hatred and just disassociate with him. No, that is wrong. In the nicest way possible, of course. And not just it's wrong, it's a daraisa. It's a pasuk in the Torah, So what do? You nicely, in the calmest way possible, you tell the person what you did is incorrect. You harmed me, you hurt me, and now I'm sorry. And then he could come and he could ask for forgiveness, and then of course you are meichel him. The sin is abriyois kitzur. It says the kitzur, quoting from the Avester of Nelson and Perik Tezayin. What is sinas abriyas, hatred of people? One should not say, love the chachamim, hate the talmidim. Elves talmidim, or love the talmidim, yisneis amaretz, and hate the common folk. Ella, who should you love? El oives kulam. And who should you hate? There is those that can be hated. Is who? Sunas abikarsim, mamesitim, mamedicha, and the heretics, those who cause people to do averais, those who pull people away from Torah, those could be hated. David Omer, misanecha Hashem, esno, biskoimimecha eskaitat, those who hate you, Hashem, I hate them. Tachlis sinas and isam la'ivim ayuliv, the most hatred I hate them with regard to my own enemies. Alu Omer, v'havta l'recha kamecha ani Hashem. So how could you hate someone? Matam, kani barasiv. You love someone because Hashem created them. If they're acting accordingly. At oyavai, you love them. Vimlav, at oyavai, you do not love them. So says the Kitzur, how careful we have to be. And we'll just point out that we have to be careful about this level of hate, because not people necessarily are doing it on purpose. But if one is causing others to sin, then of course that is the only person that one can think down upon. But again, often it's just coming from a place of pain, etc. Continue with Sivya Dalit, also Ladin Din Minashamayim. What it's forbidden for a person to ask from heaven, you're never allowed to say, Hashem should judge you. This is only in a place where there is a dayan, there is a judge that one can go to. Go to Bezdin. If you daven to Hashem about a friend, if he said of going to Bezdin, you daven, Hashem should smite him. Rahman al-Islam teaches the Kitzur he could be punished first. Some say that even if there is no dayan here, still Asur Litziklav, do not daven about him unless you tell him first. Continue with Sifta Ezvav Chaver Shachata. You see a friend doesn't have Aveira. He's doing something incorrect. Mitzvah lachzir lemuta. We have a mitzvah to help him. And to tell him that he did something wrong. Someone who rebukes a friend. Matters between the two of them. Always do it privately. You never could cause another yid shame. You have to talk properly, and soft, and inform him. You're saying it for his own good. You want him to be better. Whoever has the capacity to protest, who nitvas Rahman al-Islam, he is held responsible, because he could have protested. We continue with Sifteh Zayim B'Medvar Murim. When do we have this mitzvah to rebuke someone? And this is the critical clause. If you think it's going to do something, if he might listen to you. Aval, however, if unfortunately he won't listen to you, then it's forbidden. Just like it's a mitzvah to say what's going to be yes, listen to. To not say something that won't be accepted. It's an obligation. And of course, these extremes are so difficult. On one hand, if you could rebuke and you don't, you're punished first. On the other hand, if it's not going to be listened to, then it's usher to say it. And that's the balance that one has to try to gauge. We continue and we conclude with Sif Yud Zayin. It's forbidden to embarrass a friend with words or with actions, certainly in public. If you embarrass someone in public, straight up. It's better to throw yourself into the fiery furnace. Mamish, last week's parsha. Yehuda and Tamar, who that's Mamish Teraya. That Tamar says the one who did this, They own this child. Tamar did not explicitly say this. Tamar was about to be killed, and still she would not embarrass Yehuda, Rachmana litzlan. She would not publicize it, even if she was going to be killed. One has to be very careful. Shaloi levayish es chaveru berabim min katav min gadov leikra yisay b'shem shubayish. Cannot call him by a name that he's ashamed. Leyisaper lefan of davar shubayish v'menu. Cannot say something that he's embarrassed. V'mchata kenegda, and if someone does an avera v'usar lechicha lo yachli menu, you cannot embarrass him. You cannot humiliate him. Shenemar lo sisa love chait. Bamed var ma'amurim b'dvarim shevin adam lechaveru yavel b'divrei shamayim. Then, if you rebuke him privately and he doesn't listen, then you do have this liberty to mutilate him in public. Of course, we have to leave this for Gedalim to deal with, and to publicize his sin, and berate him, till he comes back. B'Yisrael v'emu shemanas dvarim shenemar l'son ishes hamisai perish representatives of Racha hamisai she'itzcha b'Torah mitzvahs only if someone is with you. But if someone transgresses the Torah of lechazer by lachash achichu b'seisir b'lashin raka, then you don't have this mitzvah. Then you could indeed belittle him in public. Again, let's leave this one to Gedalim. Not easy to apply. B'siyata dishmaya.